Don't believe everything you still think of as biological limits, because the men you are about to see will completely break every rule of nature and leave you amazed by the wonders of creation. This is not a Hollywood visual effect, nor is it an image staged by artificial intelligence. These are some of the most authentic documentary clips of the rarest, unusual appearances and extraordinary abilities on the planet. They turned what once seemed impossible into reality, challenged medical definitions, and created mysteries that shocked the world. The astonishing truth about these one-of-a-kind people is about to be revealed, and you definitely will not want to miss a single second. Hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel right now to be among the first to unlock a world of rare knowledge and some of the most inspiring stories on Earth every day. Don't wait any longer. Turn on the notification bell, get ready, and join us on a journey to discover 20 breathtaking mysteries behind the men with the most extraordinary appearances in the world. Deepak Jangra was born and raised in a small village in the state of Haryana, India, and possesses an ability that has stunned both the medical community and the people around him. His body can withstand high-voltage electric currents without being harmed. The turning point in Deepak's life happened completely by accident when he was 16 years old, while he was helping his mother repair a broken water pump and accidentally touched a live electrical wire. After facing a powerful electric current without suffering any injury, he and his family were deeply shocked to discover that his body had a special natural ability to resist electricity. To test his own limits, Deepak Jangra began experimenting with exposure to electrical sources of gradually increasing voltage, from ordinary household electricity to high-voltage power lines. His body seemed to function like a natural insulator, allowing electricity to pass through without causing any negative effects on his nervous system or physical structure. This extraordinary ability quickly attracted the attention of both local and international media, turning him into a well-known phenomenon and leading to invitations to appear on talent shows and documentary programs around the world. Despite possessing an extraordinary ability, Deepak has always maintained a simple, humble lifestyle and taken his education seriously. He uses his fame to share a positive message about science and the wonders of the human body, while always warning audiences never to imitate dangerous experiments involving electricity. Deepak Jangra's life journey is a fascinating story about biological mysteries that cannot yet be fully explained, proving that the natural world still holds wonders far beyond human imagination. Yevgeny Bohodayko was born in Poltava, Ukraine, with a congenital disability that affected the development of both of his arms. Instead of surrendering to adversity, he found his great passion and life's destiny beneath the blue water when he began learning to swim at the age of 10. Thanks to his strong sense of self-discipline and extraordinary determination to rise above hardship, Yevgeny quickly mastered complex swimming techniques and earned his place on a professional sports team. Yevgeny Bohodayko's elite competitive career has been an incredibly impressive journey of conquering the highest levels of world sport. He made his international debut at the 2009 European Championships and immediately made a strong impression. The peak of his glory came at the London 2012 Paralympic Games, where he outstandingly won 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals, while also setting new world records in breaststroke and individual medley events. Not stopping there, at the Rio 2016 Paralympics, Yevgeny continued to affirm his dominance in the pool by bringing home 3 more prestigious gold medals for his national team. Yevgeny Bohodayko's life journey has turned him into a powerful self-resilient sportsmanship and deep patriotism in Ukraine. He has proven to millions of people around the world that physical limitations can be broken through strong willpower and relentless training. Today, alongside continuing his elite training and competition, he also actively takes part in social activities to inspire others, support the development of sports for children, and help people with special circumstances in the community. Alain Robert was born and raised in France and is one of the most famous and unique free climbers in world history, known by the nickname the real-life Spider-Man. From his teenage years, he showed a powerful passion for climbing and trained himself to develop flexibility, endurance, and a mind of steel. A major turning point in Alain's life came in 1982 when he suffered a serious accident during training, leaving his body severely injured and leading doctors to diagnose him with a major loss of mobility. Through resilient willpower and extraordinary determination, he made a miraculous recovery and continued pursuing his passion. Alain Robert's journey of conquest took a dramatic turn when he began challenging himself by climbing skyscrapers around the world without using any protective equipment or safety ropes. With only his bare hands and a small bag of magnesium powder, he successfully conquered more than 150 of the greatest architectural structures on the planet, including the Eiffel Tower in Paris, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, the Petronas Twin Towers in Malaysia, and especially the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Each of his climbs has drawn the attention of tens of thousands of spectators and international media because of the precision, intense focus, and razor-thin margin of this extreme discipline. Although Alain Robert has faced legal issues many times for performing his challenges without prior permission, he has always remained committed to the path he chose. Today, alongside maintaining his passion, he is also a highly sought-after inspirational speaker around the world, sharing profound lessons about courage, careful preparation, and the spirit of never giving up in the face of life's greatest challenges. Alain Robert's free climbing journey is the result of decades of professional training under careful supervision and the exceptional physical condition of a world-class athlete. These dangerous challenges carry life-threatening risks. Audiences must never attempt to imitate or copy them in any form in order to protect their own safety and the safety of the community. Kevin Fast was born and raised in Canada and is a truly remarkable figure, serving both as a devoted pastor at his local parish and as a professional strongman with extraordinary physical strength. From his teenage years, he showed a deep passion for sports that required intense physical power and began training in weightlifting in a serious and structured way. With a highly disciplined mindset, he turned strength training into an essential part of his everyday lifestyle. Pastor Kevin Fast's journey of pushing physical limits is tied to a series of unprecedented world records, officially recognized by Guinness World Records. He became globally famous for his ability to pull massive objects that ordinary people could hardly imagine moving. One of the most notable examples was his record for pulling a CC-177 Globemaster III military transport aircraft weighing 188.83 tons over a distance of nearly 9 meters in 2009. In addition, he successfully conquered many other astonishing challenges, such as pulling a house, a fire truck, and even multiple heavy-duty trucks at the same time. Despite his fame and impressive titles in the international strength world, Kevin Fast has always maintained a simple and compassionate life, dedicating his heart to his work as a pastor. He skillfully uses all prize money and donations raised from his strength performance events for charitable activities, helping people in difficult circumstances and underprivileged children in the community. Kevin Fast's life journey is a powerful and inspiring story about the perfect combination of physical strength and inner beauty, proving that every individual can use their special talent to spread meaningful human values to society. Shi Liliang is a martial arts master from the renowned Shaolin Temple tradition in Quanzhou, Fujian Province, China, who has dedicated his life to intense training and reviving the ancient master's highest-level martial arts techniques. From his teenage years, he entered the path of martial arts with great persistence and strong self-discipline. After decades of living and training in a strict environment, he not only mastered combat forms and striking techniques, but also focused deeply on the ability to regulate breathing and control body weight. Shi Liliang's life journey is closely tied to mastering a martial arts technique known as water running, the art of running across water in a way that seems to challenge the ordinary laws of physics. To develop this ability, he went through an extremely demanding daily training process using thin plywood boards floating on the surface of the water. Through the perfect combination of explosive speed, absolute balance, and incredibly quick footwork, he repeatedly broke his own records. The peak of his journey came in a performance that stunned international media, when he successfully ran a continuous distance of 125 meters across the water, demonstrating the extraordinary power of human will and physical ability. Beyond his water-running technique, martial arts master Shi Liliang has also mastered many other advanced skills, such as one-finger Zen, which involves supporting the body with a single finger and performing agile movements along vertical walls. Global fame has not changed his simple lifestyle or his deep respect for traditional martial arts. He actively takes part in cultural documentary programs and international performances to spread the spirit of martial virtue, awaken pride in cultural heritage, and prove that human limits can be expanded through persistence and undying passion. Javed Tak's life changed forever after a devastating explosion left him unable to walk. In the troubled land of Kashmir, physical pain and despair could have broken him. But Javed chose a different path. He turned his wheelchair into a platform for compassion, determined not to let any child with a disability suffer the same loneliness and lack of education he once experienced. With tireless hands, he began building shelters and learning centers for vulnerable lives in need. Javed Tak is not only a teacher, he is also a tireless fighter for the rights of people with disabilities. He has persistently knocked on every door, spoken up for those whose voices could not be heard, and lit the flame of hope for people living in the shadow of stigma. Although he carries the scars of war and time, his eyes still burn with a powerful belief in a better future. He teaches us that the greatest disability is not legs that cannot walk, but a heart that does not know how to love and share. Every passing day, Javed continues to serve quietly, turning his personal pain into meaningful action for the community. The children in Kashmir call him a hero because he has helped them discover their own value and dreams. If you had the power to change the world, what would you choose to do? Leave your comment below. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support us in spreading more kind and inspiring stories like this. Six-month-old baby Danilo Jr., who lives with his family in Marilao, Bulacan, is going through a very unusual beginning to life as he lives with severe hydrocephalus. Most of the space inside his skull is filled with cerebrospinal fluid, making his life completely dependent on the care of his loved ones. Every day, in the familiar small corner of their home, His mother, Michelle, gives him all her love and patience, carefully tending to each part of his daily routine, from bathing him to dressing him. Although Danilo Jr. is not yet able to express his emotions or thoughts on his own, the journey of mother and son remains a touching story of sacred maternal love and steady companionship in the face of life's challenges. Jason Aristizabal was born with cerebral palsy and was once told by doctors that he would have no future. Growing up in a poor slum in Colombia, where opportunities were already limited for ordinary people, Jason had to face even greater hardship and stigma. But with an iron will, he overcame unsteady steps and painful muscle spasms to graduate with a law degree. Jason refused to accept a harsh reality. Instead, he chose to rewrite his own destiny and the destiny of thousands of other children with disabilities. He founded a support foundation, turning a small house in the slum into a place of shelter and learning for children society had forgotten. Jason deeply understood the pain of being looked down on, so he devoted his life to giving these children love and the tools they needed to stand on their own. The image of Jason with a bright smile, embracing children with disabilities, has become a symbol of compassion across borders. He proved that true disability does not lie in the body, but in whether we dare to dream and take action. Jason Aristizabal's story is a priceless lesson in perseverance and kindness. From a boy once seen as having no future, he rose to become a CNN hero, bringing real change to his community. Jason teaches us that it does not matter where you come from or what your body is like. What truly matters is how much hope you give to the world. He is a guiding light, transforming the darkness of the slums into gardens where faith and extraordinary dreams can grow and soar. Gaten Matarazzo, the star of the series Stranger Things, entered the entertainment industry with a distinctive appearance due to cleidocranial dysplasia, or CCD. This rare condition affects the development of bones and teeth, leaving him without collarbones and without a full set of teeth. Instead of hiding it during auditions, he chose to face it openly. His honesty and personality won the hearts of audiences around the world, turning a medical disability into part of the charm of Dustin, the character he plays. His story is a powerful source of inspiration, showing extraordinary confidence and resilience. Gaten is not only famous, but also uses his influence to support the CCD community. He co-founded CCD Smiles to help cover the cost of dental and orthodontic surgeries for families in need. Every healed smile is a victory against social prejudice. He often shares his treatment journey on social media to break down stigma and inspire young people to understand that being different is a strength. His message emphasizes self-acceptance and confidence in one's own unique value. Gaten's journey is a beautiful lesson in confidence, resilience, and the courage to step into the light as his true self. In a demanding environment like Hollywood, where appearance is often heavily judged, he has proven that talent, personality, and sincerity can rise above every rigid standard. His story reminds us that true beauty does not lie in outward perfection, but in the way each person learns to accept themselves, shine with confidence, and inspire others. In a world that constantly values intelligence and perfection, the story of Paul and Chris appears like a gentle love song about kindness. Both of them have Down syndrome, which makes their lives move at a slower pace than society around them. But that very slowness helps them feel love in its purest form. They met at a dance, and from the very first moment, Paul felt a special connection. From that simple glance, a lasting journey of love began. Their marriage lasted more than 25 years, a number that makes many people pause and reflect deeply. In their small home, they cooked together, danced together, and enjoyed each peaceful day as it passed. There were no grand ambitions or material pressures. Their love was nurtured by the simple presence they gave each other every day. Chris cared for Paul with all her tenderness, while Paul always gave her sincere words of love. It was those small things that came together to create a lasting happiness. When Paul passed away, their story continued to spread as a powerful source of inspiration. It was not only the love of two special people, but also proof of perseverance and unwavering loyalty. They overcame prejudice and barriers in order to live fully by each other's side. Although their intellectual abilities may have been limited, their hearts were never confined. That love remains, reminding us that love can always rise above every limitation. Yiğit and Derman were born in Turkey, conjoined at the head, leaving their family in despair after many places refused to perform the surgery. But a door of hope opened in the United Kingdom, where doctors used virtual reality technology to accurately simulate each nerve before carrying out the operation. The combination of artificial intelligence and gifted human hands helped the two boys enter a life-or-death process to reclaim their own individual identities. After hours of tension, the two brothers were able to see each other's faces fully for the first time. Yiğit and Derman's recovery became a series of small miracles as they gradually learned how to control their bodies independently. Watching the two boys play separately, people could not help but be moved by the power of love without borders. Their parents cried tears of happiness when they saw that their children no longer had to share every breath in the painful way they once did. The story of the Evrancel family proves that science always shines brightest when it is guided by compassion. Watching the two brothers grow up healthy gives us even more faith in the power of perseverance and hope. This will forever remain a beautiful chapter of rebirth and of hearts connected across borders. Do you believe in medical miracles like this one? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support us as we continue spreading more extraordinary stories. In the dazzling world of Hollywood, Atticus Shaffer stands as living proof that talent is not limited by physical stature. Living with type 4 osteogenesis imperfecta, often known as brittle bone disease, Atticus has a small frame and a distinctive way of walking. But those very qualities have helped make him truly one of a kind. Instead of hiding in the shadow of his condition, he bravely stepped in front of the camera, turning physical differences into a captivating artistic advantage. The role of Brick Heck in the series The Middle brought Atticus Shaffer to millions of viewers around the world. He did not simply perform from a script. He brought his own emotional depth to the role, making the character feel vivid and unforgettable. Audiences loved him not out of pity, but because of his intelligence, humor, and confident presence on screen. Every time Atticus appeared, he proved that being different is not a barrier, but a strength that helps him shine. What sets Atticus apart most is his rich inner world and unwavering belief in good values. He always strives to be seen as a true actor, not just a patient acting in a film. Therefore, Atticus constantly learns, hones his acting skills, and participates in voiceover work for numerous animated projects. He has proven that by not letting illness define oneself, each person can write their own meaningful life story. Jürgen Habermas is one of the most important thinkers of the 20th and 21st centuries, known for his theory of communicative action and his studies of modern society. He was born with a cleft lip and palate, which made pronunciation difficult during childhood and affected his ability to fit into social life. However, he did not withdraw. Instead, he persisted in his studies and turned his personal experience into a driving force for his research on language, communication, and mutual understanding. Habermas's philosophy is not only a body of theory, but also a reflection of his deep belief in the power of communication. He argued that dialogue and mutual understanding are the foundation of a democratic and just society. His works emphasize the role of language in resolving conflict and building social consensus. His intellectual legacy has had a major influence on philosophy, political science, and communication theory across the modern world. The story of Habermas is proof of the power of intellect and the will to overcome personal limitations. He did not see his difficulty with pronunciation as a tragedy, but as part of the experience that shaped his thinking and his view of the world. Through that, he contributed important values to modern philosophy on communication, democracy, and social consensus. His legacy reminds us that sincere language can help build a fairer and more understanding society. Meet Ma Hui from China, the man who turned his unusual ability into an astonishing world record by continuously spraying water from his mouth for 5 minutes and 51 seconds on an international stage. To achieve this incredible feat, he held up to 4.5 liters of water in his mouth without swallowing, then used extraordinary breath control and precise body coordination to create a non-stop stream of water. This achievement not only shattered the previous 56-second record, but also demonstrated remarkable endurance, technique, and the extraordinary potential of human training. Donald Gorski, a man from Fond du Lac, earned his place in world record history through a truly unusual culinary passion. Beginning in 1972, he chose the Big Mac as his favorite food and maintained the habit of eating it nearly every day for more than 5 decades. With more than 35,000 burgers consumed, he officially holds the world record for the most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime. What makes his story so fascinating is his incredible consistency and genuine love for a single food item. Despite maintaining such a unique eating routine, he has remained mindful of his health by staying active and taking regular daily walks. Donald's journey is not simply about setting a food-related record, but also about dedication and loyalty to one of life's simplest personal pleasures. His appearances in the media have offered a lighthearted and entertaining perspective on pursuing personal passions. His life story shows that happiness can sometimes come from consistently embracing the things you truly enjoy, creating pure joy, and leaving behind a uniquely memorable legacy. Do you think dedicating decades to a personal passion like Donald did is admirable or simply unbelievable? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more unique and surprising true stories. Leo Boerman was a deeply moving historical figure who spent most of his life on a homemade cart at a small street corner in Kansas. Although he lived with severe brittle bone disease and had limited communication, he still made a living by selling pencils and small items on his own. Leo did not need a grand stage to become known. He chose to live with kindness and independence in the middle of everyday life. Leo's difference lay in his deep sense of dignity and his refusal to ever become a burden on society. Every day, he worked through pain and inconvenience to remain present as part of the community. The story of his life was later turned into a documentary, moving millions of people to tears with its simplicity and with his quiet yet enduring courage. Leo Bjorman left behind a profound lesson about the value of perseverance and self-respect. He proved that even in the most difficult circumstances, a person can still hold on to their dignity and find meaning in the smallest things. His life was a quiet, deeply reflective note, reminding us to cherish every peaceful moment and the hidden strength within each individual. In a peaceful village called Teresia in Kakamega, Western Kenya, one man has become the center of worldwide attention. David Zakayo Kalukana, often referred to as the King Solomon of Kenya, is a 63-year-old man with an extraordinarily large family consisting of 15 wives and 107 children, all living together in a massive shared compound. He explained that his journey toward building such a large family began in 1987 when he married his first wife. Over the years, he continued marrying more women, believing that his intelligence and way of thinking were too great for only one woman to support and manage. He often compared himself to King Solomon from the Bible, claiming that his ideas were like a heavy and complex burden of knowledge that no single person could carry alone. Despite having such an enormous family, his lifestyle has remained far from luxurious. He farms on a small piece of land measuring about half an acre, growing corn and sugarcane while also taking on simple jobs such as building fences and caring for gardens to support his family. He insists that all of his children who are old enough attend school, while his wives work together to cook, clean, and care for the children in a cooperative and peaceful environment. One of his wives once shared that jealousy was difficult to avoid at first, but gradually faded as they adapted to their unusual way of life. When asked about the future, David confidently stated that he would be willing to marry again if he still had the ability to provide for his family. However, his story has also sparked many different opinions. Some people believe the responsibility is far too overwhelming, while others see him as an example of the polygamous traditions that still exist in certain parts of Africa. With more than 100 children, multiple generations of grandchildren, and a household larger than many small communities, the story of David Zakayo Kalukana continues to attract worldwide attention, leaving many people questioning the true limits of one man's role as a father. Zhou Tingju is a renowned master in the fields of Qigong, Tai Chi, and Chinese Kung Fu, widely recognized for abilities that many consider beyond ordinary understanding. He has often been praised as a national treasure of China and has appeared on well-known television programs such as Ripley's Believe It or Not, That's Incredible, and Stan Lee's Superhumans, where his skills were observed and explored over many years. Born in mainland China in 1934, Zhou began studying martial arts and traditional Chinese medicine at the age of 7 under the guidance of his uncle, a Taoist monk. He later continued his training at Wudang Mountain, famous for its Taoist martial arts traditions, and became skilled in multiple disciplines, including Qigong and Naong. Over time, he developed his own martial arts system known as Tianu, or Heaven and Earth Qigong. One of his most remarkable claimed abilities is generating intense heat from his hands, with temperatures said to come close to the boiling point of water. This phenomenon has reportedly been observed using thermal imaging technology and is often linked to his ability to control qi. the life energy of the body in traditional Chinese practice. He has applied this energy in supportive healing methods that followers believe may help with chronic injuries and certain health conditions that can be challenging to manage through conventional medicine. Master Zhou's reputation in healing practices attracted the attention of many well-known individuals and major organizations, including the Dalai Lama, members of the Los Angeles Lakers, Olympic athletes, celebrities, and public figures. His public demonstrations, such as standing on a thin sheet of paper without tearing it, drew thousands of spectators around the world, strengthening his image as a living legend. In 2018, his life and philosophy were explored in the documentary Master, which followed his journey back to China with his granddaughter and offered a deeper look into his path of training and cultural influence. Zhou Tingwei's life is often seen as a reflection of human potential when ancient knowledge is combined with a modern perspective, inspiring others with ideas of growth, discipline, and healing that transcend cultural boundaries. Imagine waking up from a coma and suddenly being able to speak fluent French, even though you had never seriously studied the language before. That is the unbelievable story of Rory Curtis, a former English football player whose life changed completely after a severe traffic accident. In 2012, at just 25 years old, Rory was full of ambition and training to become a professional athlete. However, during a rainy afternoon, he was involved in a 6-car collision on the M42 motorway. The crash left him with multiple serious injuries and significant brain trauma, forcing doctors to place him in a medically induced coma for treatment. After 6 days, Rory woke up, but something truly unusual began to happen. He was suddenly able to speak French fluently, even though he had only learned the basics in high school. His family and medical team were completely astonished. In the early stages after waking, Rory even believed he was a Hollywood actor, before gradually reconnecting with reality and feeling confused by his own reflection. Doctors suggested that the brain injury may have temporarily reactivated dormant language memory pathways, unlocking an unexpected ability with a foreign language. This phenomenon is considered an extremely rare condition related to the brain's language processing functions. Although Rory's ability to speak fluent French gradually faded over time, the experience completely changed the way he viewed life. After recovering, he chose to leave behind his dream of professional football and instead became a barber, embracing a quieter and more grounded life after surviving such a life-altering event. Rory Curtis's story remains one of the most extraordinary cases of its kind, showing that severe brain trauma can sometimes produce astonishing and unexpected effects within the human mind. Born as a healthy child, 7-year-old Aditya Mishra in Jaipur is now facing devastating emotional pain after a rare tumor disfigured his face and took the sight from one eye. Hurtful teasing and rejection from his peers have pushed Aditya into isolation, leaving his mother heartbroken as she watches her son endure such a harsh fate. Aditya's story serves as a powerful reminder of compassion, urging us to look beyond physical differences and understand a young soul that longs to be loved, rather than rejected out of fear or misunderstanding. Modern medicine has witnessed countless complex mysteries, but the story of 2 brothers from Pakistan, Mohammed Shoaib and Abdul Rashid, is considered one of the most unusual and attention-grabbing cases. They were born with a rare and previously undocumented condition, often referred to as the solar-powered children due to an extraordinary biological rhythm. During the daytime, Shoaib and Rashid appear completely healthy, active, and full of energy like other children of their age. However, the strange phenomenon occurs when the sun sets, as their bodies suddenly enter a state of immobility, unable to move or communicate until the first light of dawn returns. This rare condition led top medical experts to conduct extensive genetic studies in search of answers. Beyond rumors and speculation, doctors worked tirelessly and eventually applied a suitable medical approach that helped the two brothers regain mobility during nighttime and live more independently. Their journey of recovery not only marks a remarkable step forward in modern medicine, but also stands as a testament to perseverance, dedication, and the unwavering hope shared by both medical professionals and family in overcoming extraordinary challenges. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video to spread hope and honor the relentless efforts of medical science along with the power of family love. A grueling 250-day battle in hospital has permanently altered Ripu Bhatia's appearance. But it also forged in the New Zealand-born young man an unbreakable will to survive. At the age of 21, a severe blood infection led to life-changing consequences, resulting in the loss of his nose, upper lip, and part of his limbs. At one point, he fell into deep self-consciousness and avoided his reflection in the mirror, as he began the long and difficult process of rehabilitation and learning to adapt to his new body. However, with a resilient spirit that refused to surrender to adversity, the now 27-year-old has rebuilt his life and successfully pursued his passion, becoming a talented journalist. His experience of surviving such a critical illness has given him a valuable perspective, allowing him to understand and empathize with the world on a deeper level. Beyond his stable career, he also carries the ambition to push his physical limits by returning to swimming with friends after years away from the sport. Looking back on his ordeal, Ripu cherishes his second chance at life, standing as a powerful example of how a person can be reborn and create a stronger version of themselves after even the most devastating storms. Our journey to uncover the breathtaking mysteries behind some of the most one-of-a-kind appearances on the planet now comes to an end. But their spirit of breaking through every limit will surely live on. They are living proof that the natural world still holds wonders far beyond imagination, and that the human body carries limitless potential. If these extraordinary stories gave you moments of amazement and fascination, leave your thoughts in the comments below and tell us which person impressed you the most. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and see you again. Get ready to witness extraordinary men with bodies beyond imagination. These individuals not only possess strength far beyond the average person, but also have the ability to do things most of us can only dream of. From colossal muscles to pushing the limits of the human body, they are living proof of incredible endurance and willpower. You won't believe what your eyes are about to see. These are stories that only men with superhuman bodies can write. If you're impressed and want to dive deeper into the lives of these remarkable individuals, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Join us as we continue to explore more inspiring stories, where these men not only master their bodies, but also redefine what strength and human capability mean. These are stories you won't want to miss. Isaiah Acosta was born into a harsh scenario where doctors believed he would not survive, lacking a jaw and the ability to speak or eat orally. From the moment he was born, Isaiah's existence became a real-life investigation into the limits of modern medicine. Without a traditional vocal system, he faced a world that values speech. However, instead of succumbing to the silence, Isaiah chose an entirely different path to assert his identity through music. The theory of cognitive compensation suggests that when one ability is lost, other senses and creative abilities will thrive to fill the gap. Isaiah uses technology and support from collaborators to transform his sharp thoughts and poetry into energetic rap tracks. He doesn't need lips to speak rap. He uses rhythm and soul to communicate. This is a testament to the idea that language is not just in the vocal cords, but also in the mind and the desire to be understood. Isaiah Acosta's presence in the music industry has shattered all stereotypes of a performing artist. His life is a profound analysis of how one can redefine themselves beyond physical shortcomings. Through relentless efforts, he has become the voice for those who have no voice, proving that creativity is a borderless system. Isaiah's story reminds us that the true strength of a person lies in how they choose to make the world hear their soul. Born in 1999 in Florida, USA, Chris Nikic entered the world with Down syndrome and underwent open-heart surgery at 5 months old. Growing up, he participated in Special Olympics sports like golf, swimming, track, basketball, and triathlons, but faced limits others assumed for him. In 2019, his father Nick had an ambitious idea: train to become the first person with Down syndrome to complete a full Ironman, a grueling 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and 26.2-mile marathon, all in under 17 hours. Chris embraced the 1% better mindset, improved just 1% each day through consistent effort. Starting from barely running a mile, he trained relentlessly for 11 months despite challenges. On November 7, 2020, at age 21, he finished Ironman Florida in 16 hours, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds, beating the cutoff by 14 minutes. He overcame falls, an ant attack, and fatigue to cross the line, earning a Guinness World Record. He later completed Ironman Hawaii in 2022, faster time of 16:31, ran multiple marathons including New York twice, and won the Jimmy V Award for perseverance at the ESPYs. Chris became a global ambassador for Special Olympics, Ironman, and inclusion. His lesson from the journey: there are no limits. Do not put a lid on me or anyone. Are you ready to break through all barriers and achieve what seems impossible? Share your thoughts below this video, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories about inclusion and perseverance. Sajjad Gharibi, known as the Hulk of Iran, became a global phenomenon thanks to his incredibly muscular physique displayed on social media. With unusually broad shoulders and a body seemingly straight out of a comic book, Sajjad attracted millions of followers, sparking an unofficial investigation into the limits of human musculature. However, this fame also came with numerous questions about the authenticity of his images and the real-world combat abilities of a giant in the modern world. Image analysts and bodybuilding experts have put forward several theories regarding Sajjad's body structure. On one hand, there are suspicions about the use of photo editing tools or extreme muscle-enhancing substances to create the unrealistic appearance. On the other hand, an analysis of the musculoskeletal system suggests that a body of such massive size often comes with limitations in flexibility and cardiovascular endurance. His actual showdown in the ring in 2022 became a vivid demonstration, forcing the public to reconsider the gap between digital images and physical reality. Sajjad Gharibi's story is not just about bodybuilding, but also a profound analysis of the power of social media in creating icons. His life under the pressure of fame illustrates the heavy psychological impact when reality cannot meet the expectations of the public. This serves as a reminder that in the digital age, we need a multifaceted and objective perspective to distinguish between true power and an image system that is perfectly crafted but lacks practical foundation. Daniel Tammet is one of the most notable research subjects in modern cognitive science. Living with savant abilities associated with autism and the neurological condition known as synesthesia, Tammet perceives numbers as colors, shapes, and spatial patterns rather than abstract symbols. Scientists believe his brain organizes mathematics as a vivid visual language. This unusual perception suggests that the human brain may process information in far more diverse ways than traditional cognitive models have assumed. One of the most famous achievements of Daniel Tammet was reciting 22,514 digits of pi over more than 5 hours. Researchers discovered that he does not rely on conventional memorization techniques. Instead, Tammet describes walking through an internal numerical landscape where each number possesses a distinct form and sensation. This perspective suggests that memory may function as a multi-sensory environment rather than a simple storage system. Beyond mathematics, Daniel Tammet is also known for remarkable linguistic abilities, including learning Icelandic in a short period of time. Experts suggest his cognitive style blends mathematical logic with artistic sensitivity. His story is frequently discussed within the concept of neurodiversity, illustrating how differences in brain structure can produce unique forms of intelligence. What do you think about the mindset that combines logic and creativity like his? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other exciting videos about unique abilities. Medical hypothesis. Can a biological system impacted by Treacher-Collins syndrome, characterized by the severe absence of cheekbones, ear structures, and jaw development, transform into a global icon of self-esteem? Jono Lancaster represents a definitive case study in structural disruption from the very beginning. Abandoned by his parents just 36 hours after birth due to his physical appearance, initial sociological data forecasted a life of isolation and systemic rejection. Analyzing Jono's trajectory reveals a radical reversal of this baseline. After years of self-hatred and enduring brutal bullying, the catalyst for change occurred when he ceased seeking external validation and focused on recalibrating his internal belief system. Rather than undergoing surgery to fit global aesthetic norms, Jono chose to preserve his unique facial architecture. Today, he travels the world to mentor children with the same condition, transitioning from an abandoned infant to a global operator of hope, proving that beauty is not a function of bone structure. Jono's life data validates a core principle. An individual's worth is never defined by biological variables or the rejection of others. True empowerment begins when we accept our system glitches and convert them into a new operating system built on self-love and radical empathy. Born February 3, 1967 in France, Isabelle Denoir was a divorced mother of two living a quiet life until May 2005. After a difficult week, she took an overdose of sleeping pills to escape her troubles. While unconscious, her pet Labrador mix dog mauled her face, tearing away her nose, lips, and chin, leaving only her eyes intact. She awoke to blood and horror, unable to eat, speak properly, or live normally. Traditional reconstruction was impossible due to the extensive damage. On November 27, 2005, at age 38, a 50-person team led by surgeons Bernard Devauchel and Jean-Michel Dubernard at Amiens University Hospital performed a groundbreaking 15-hour surgery, the world's first partial face transplant. They grafted a triangle of tissue, nose, lips, and chin, from a brain-dead female donor, connecting nerves, muscles, skin, and blood vessels. Isabel regained sensation and movement over time, though she took lifelong immunosuppressants. She faced media scrutiny, stares from strangers, and health challenges, including rejection episodes and eventual cancers linked to anti-rejection drugs. Isabel passed away April 22, 2016, at 49 from cancer complications. Her courageous journey teaches a profound lesson. In the face of unimaginable loss and risk, pioneering medical advances combined with personal resilience can restore dignity, function, and hope. True identity endures beyond appearance. Embrace science, gratitude for donors, and the will to reclaim life, inspiring future breakthroughs in transplant medicine. Imagine having to live your entire adult life with a body that cannot stand upright. With your face pressed against your chest, unable to walk straight or even lie flat. This is the heartbreaking reality of Li Hua, a man from China, known by the nickname, the man who cannot stand. Li Hua suffers from ankylosing spondylitis, a rare and extremely painful condition. This disease causes the vertebrae in the spine to fuse together, resulting in a severe, twisted curvature. The condition began when Li Hua was just 18 years old, and gradually his body became bent until it formed a 90-degree angle. The so-called bent posture has made it impossible for him to stand upright or perform everyday activities that many people consider simple. However, instead of being defeated by his illness, Li Hua maintains a strong spirit. He refuses to let his physical disability define who he is. Despite facing daily pain and difficulties, Li Hua continues to live courageously, always smiling and never giving up hope. He cannot look others in the eye, cannot walk normally, and is constantly enduring excruciating pain. Throughout those years, Li Hua lived in a world full of challenges, unable to eat, sleep, or do anything with ease. Doctors had told him that surgery was too dangerous, but in 2020, a team of medical professionals at Shenzhen University General Hospital, led by Dr. Tao Ren, decided to perform a series of 4 high-risk surgeries to reconstruct Li Hua's spine. This process involved breaking and realigning bones in his body from the cervical spine down to his hips, with the goal of helping Li Hua stand upright again. Despite the process being extremely complex and dangerous, the final result was a success. Li Hua no longer has to live in a bent posture. He can stand upright, walk normally, and experience life in ways he never imagined. Li Hua's story has not only shocked China, but has also inspired the world. It serves as proof of the power of belief in healing, as well as the courage and perseverance in facing adversity. David Aguilar, a young man from Andorra, turned his childhood challenges into an incredible, inspiring story. Born with Poland syndrome, a rare genetic condition that left him without a right forearm, David did not let this become an obstacle. Instead, he viewed it as a creative challenge. From a young age, David developed a love for Lego, and this passion led to a life-changing invention. At just 9 years old, he began assembling simple prosthetic parts from Lego pieces. By his teenage years, David had created a fully functional robotic arm with movable joints and the ability to grip, all made from Lego Technic. He named it MKI, inspired by Iron Man's suit of armor. David didn't stop there. He continued to refine his design, creating new versions like MK2, MK3, and even MK4, each with more advanced features. David's creations were not just toys, they were functional prosthetic limbs that enabled him to perform daily tasks with precision and independence. David's story spread widely and became a global phenomenon. He was invited to speak at conferences, appeared on international television, and even collaborated with Lego. Later, David pursued a degree in biomedical engineering, hoping that one day he could create affordable prosthetics for children worldwide, especially those who cannot afford traditional prosthetic limbs. What makes David's story so powerful is not just his incredible inventions, but also his innovative mindset and determination. He turned what others saw as a weakness into his greatest strength. Do you feel inspired by his persistence and creativity? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any more inspiring stories ahead. Radha Krishnan Velu, also known as the King of Teeth, is a living symbol of superhuman strength. He set a Guinness World Record on August 30th, 2007 by pulling a 7-carriage train weighing over 260 tons with just his teeth, stunning the world. Krishnan was trained by an Indian guru from a young age, helping him harness his inner strength and develop this extraordinary ability. He didn't perform these feats for fame alone, but to raise social awareness and support community activities. He has pulled buses, trains, and trucks with his teeth, proving that human strength can surpass physical limitations. These achievements are the result of perseverance, intense training, and relentless determination. Radha Krishnan's story serves as a powerful reminder that true strength comes from persistence, belief in oneself, and constantly overcoming challenges. Zhang Yilong, a Chinese kung fu master, is world famous for his bizarre yet captivating talent. He can inhale water through his nose and expel it from his eyes. This skill has stunned both audiences and doctors, earning him the title of the Master of Tear Water Shooting. Biologically, tears usually flow from the eyes into the nose through a small duct called the nasolacrimal duct. However, Zhang Yilong has learned to reverse this flow. Through years of training to control his breath and pressure, he has mastered the ability to push water from his sinuses upward into his eye sockets. In his performances, he uses this skill to spray water like a fountain from one eye, even managing to hit targets with incredible accuracy. This is a bizarre fusion of biology, martial arts, and performance art. Doctors have confirmed that this skill is possible but extremely rare, and can only be achieved through rigorous training in breath pressure control and strict facial muscle mastery. Zhang Yilong's performances have garnered significant attention on platforms like Weibo and YouTube, and have been featured in the South China Morning Post and various international news outlets. Johnny Strange is a quintessential performance artist known for pushing the limits of his body. Hailing from Lancashire, UK, Johnny gained global fame and set numerous Guinness World Records with stunts that few would dare attempt. One of his most incredible feats occurred in 2014, when he pulled a Cessna 172 aircraft weighing over 630 kilograms using only his ear piercing. Yes, you heard that right. Johnny attached a hook to his pierced ear and pulled the plane down the runway while maintaining his balance and composure. This achievement officially earned Johnny a place in the Guinness World Records for the heaviest object pulled by an ear piercing. But that wasn't enough. In 2016, Johnny went on to break his own record by lifting 21.63 kilograms, over 47 pounds, using just his ear, proving that he truly has steel ears. Johnny is not just a performance artist. He possesses a unique talent for swallowing swords inside a death-defying sphere, juggling chainsaws, enduring animal traps, and performing acrobatics on a bed of nails. His performances are a blend of danger, discipline, and dark humor. Johnny treats his body like a finely tuned machine, crafted to execute risky stunts. While most people would be unable to withstand a simple ear pull, Johnny Strange turns it into a record-breaking weapon, making him one of the most extraordinary performers on Earth. Shane Hultgren, the daring Australian performer known as the Space Cowboy, is one of the pioneers in pushing the boundaries of performance art. Born in 1978 in Byron Bay, Shane began street performing at a young age, engaging in acts like juggling, unicycle riding, and performing dangerous escape stunts. Everything changed when Shane Hultgren discovered he had a unique, innate ability in his stomach that allowed him to insert swords up to 72 centimeters long, including the hilt, into his body. One of his most astonishing feats occurred in 2010, when he managed to swallow 18 steel swords simultaneously, each 72 centimeters long, in Sydney, breaking his own previous world record of 17 swords. But that's not all. Shane is also famous for his ability to juggle while swallowing swords. He juggled 3 objects while swallowing 18 swords, setting a new Guinness World Record. Not stopping there, in 2017, he broke another record by juggling 10 chainsaws while riding a unicycle. Shane is not just a performer, he is also a unique collector. His caravan serves as a mobile museum, showcasing strange creatures, two-headed animals, memorabilia from bizarre performances, and rare items insured for millions of dollars. Shane has performed all over the world, from the Sydney Opera House, Edinburgh Fringe, and Toronto Buskerfest, to popular TV shows like Australia's Got Talent, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and The World's Best. Shane's creativity and bravery have led him to break over 40 Guinness World Records, turning bizarre stunts into impressive art. With each performance, he not only captivates audiences but also inspires those who dare to challenge their own limits and overcome fear. Every success of Shane's serves as proof of the power of perseverance and limitless creativity. Are you ready to challenge your fears and explore the power of perseverance? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on inspiring videos about amazing records and bold art. Matt Stutzman is a living testament to breaking physiological and physical limits. He has accomplished the unimaginable and continues to prove that limits are merely a concept. Through his unique and daring performances, Matt not only overcomes fear, but also sets new records that astonish the world. Born without arms, many believed that archery would be impossible for Matt Stutzman. However, not only did he learn to shoot arrows, but he also became one of the best archers in the world. Using only his legs, feet, and shoulders, Matt developed an entirely new technique. He places the bow on his foot, uses his toes to notch the arrow, and shoots with a trigger mounted on his shoulder, achieving remarkable precision. In 2012, Matt represented Team USA at the London Paralympic Games and won a silver medal in the individual archery event. However, his most remarkable achievement came in 2015, when he broke the Guinness World Record for the longest accurate archery shot, hitting a target from a distance of 310 yards, 283.47 meters, which is farther than the length of a football field. Matt's story is not just about physical limitations, but also about determination, discipline, and boundless creativity. Instead of simply practicing existing techniques, Matt had to invent an entirely new method of shooting. Known as the armless archer, it is his extraordinary willpower that has made him a huge source of inspiration for millions of people around the world. Like other artists, Matt is not just a performer. He is someone who dares to challenge the limits of his body to prove that anything is possible, as long as you have enough perseverance and determination. Matt Stutzman's story is a living testament to the idea that limits only exist in the mind, and that relentless effort can help us overcome any challenge. Taylor Mule lived with a secret etched right on her skin. A perfect line dividing her abdomen into two distinct shades. Throughout her childhood, she believed it was just a strange birthmark, but her intuition told her something deeper was at play. She frequently felt fatigued and suffered from unexplained autoimmune diseases. Questions about her true identity began to arise when Taylor realized her body seemed to be relentlessly fighting itself. Scientists later put forward a shocking hypothesis. Taylor was a chimera. During the early stages of her pregnancy, she absorbed her twin sibling, leaving her with two sets of DNA, two bloodlines, and two distinct immune systems. This was not only a rare medical phenomenon, but also a perplexing biological puzzle. Taylor's immune system constantly recognized the second set of DNA as a foreign object, leading to internal attacks and creating a silent battle for survival beneath her two-colored skin. Taylor Mule's life serves as a testament to nature's complexity. She transformed her flaw into a message of self-acceptance, carrying the genetic legacy of an unborn twin. Her story challenges our very definition of what it means to be an individual. Do you believe we all carry hidden mysteries within our DNA? Share your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to support our journey. Maddie Gilbert is one of the most extraordinary magicians alive, not because of flashy costumes or grand performances, but because he performs world-class card tricks without the use of his hands. Born in Canada with a rare condition that left him without arms or legs, Maddie could have given up on his dream of becoming a magician. Instead, he redefined what it means to be a magician. While most magicians rely on their fingers, palms, and finger joints to create illusions, Maddie Gilbert invented techniques from scratch. He spent years studying classic magic tricks and recreating each movement using only his arms and wrists with absolute precision. The result is a series of magical performances that even seasoned magicians can't help but admire. Maddie Gilbert left renowned magicians like Penn and Teller stunned on the Fool Us television show. He has performed on grand stages, from Las Vegas to TEDx talks, where his message is just as powerful as his magic. Maddie Gilbert is not just a magician, he is a master of the impossible, proving that true magic doesn't come from the hands, but from the heart and mind. When Eddie Ndopu was 2 years old, doctors gave his mother a devastating prognosis. The young boy had a rare genetic condition called spinal muscular atrophy, SMA, and they predicted he wouldn't live past his 5th birthday. Yet as time passed, the young South African not only defied this grim prediction, but he also spent the rest of his life proving that no boundary could ever limit the size of a dream. Bound to a wheelchair from a very young age, Eddie's physical world was confined by countless harsh barriers. Simple tasks like lifting a glass of water or turning a page in a book were monumental challenges. However, while his illness could imprison his body, it had no power over his sharp intellect and burning desire to live. Eddie chose not to withdraw or wait for pity. Instead, he turned his differences into weapons to break free from the societal prejudices that surrounded those with disabilities. His journey of perseverance became a series of extraordinary milestones. Overcoming societal skepticism, Eddie etched his name in history as the first disabled African to graduate with a master's degree from the prestigious University of Oxford. His voice, from the tiny man in a wheelchair, resonated globally when he was appointed by the UN Secretary-General as an ambassador for the Sustainable Development Goals. Moreover, Eddie nurtured a grand dream: to become the first disabled person to travel into space, sending a powerful message of representation and equality. Eddie Ndopu's story is like a shining beacon. He has gifted humanity a priceless lesson. Physical imperfections may rob a person of their ability to walk, but they can never imprison a soul born to reach for the stars. And so, we've explored the extraordinary bodies and inspiring stories of men who've surpassed all biological limits. These images not only astonish us, but also ignite a belief in the hidden power each person can unlock. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to continue joining us on these unexpected and inspiring journeys. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Look at this! Their heads are even bigger than their bodies. Oh my God! Today the channel is bringing you 12 people with unbelievably gigantic body parts, from individuals with some of the largest heads on the planet to shocking cases of enormous hands, feet, chests, and backs. All so extraordinary that you won't believe your eyes. Want to discover all of these unbelievable stories? Hit like plus share plus drop a comment right now and subscribe to the channel so we can continue exploring more strange and fascinating stories together. Let's go! In Christchurch, New Zealand, 12-year-old Evan Hill was born with unusually large front teeth and a significantly misaligned jaw structure, making it difficult for him to fully close his mouth and causing challenges with speaking and eating. At school, classmates often teased him with the nickname Rabbit Boy, and the constant comments gradually made Evan feel insecure and reluctant to interact with others. After a devastating earthquake, Evan's family faced serious financial hardship and could not afford the estimated $12,000 needed for his treatment. However, in 2011, after Evan appeared on the television program Campbell Live, people from across the community came together and donated more than $100,000 to support him. Orthodontist Ronald Sluter treated Evan for 5 years, gradually repositioning his teeth and jaw by around 15 millimeters. By 2017, Evan had gained a bright and confident smile. The remaining donated funds were later used to purchase a vehicle for the family and to help other children facing difficult circumstances. Evan is well-behaved and kind. The lesson from him: community kindness can change someone's life. Always help each other, spread love, because every happy smile comes from a kind heart. Robert Pershing Wadlow was born on February 22, 1918, in Alton. Due to an abnormally enlarged pituitary gland that produced excessive growth hormone, Robert grew extremely rapidly. By the age of 5, he was already about 1.63 meters tall, and by the end of his life, he reached a height of 2.72 meters, 8 feet 11.1 inches, officially recognized by Guinness World Records with a weight of approximately 199 kilograms. Robert Pershing. Wadlow's family always stood by his side and supported him so he could live as normal a life as possible. He was deeply admired for his gentle, humble personality and was often affectionately called the Gentle Giant. Robert enjoyed collecting stamps, taking photographs, and once optimistically said, "Just look at me, I'm still living a very good life." In 1936, Robert Pershing Wadlow joined a tour with the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus in downtown Washington. He later became a representative for the International Shoe Company, traveling across the United States with a warm smile and a friendly, approachable personality. Although he needed leg braces to help him walk, Robert always maintained an optimistic attitude. In 1940, complications from an infection related to the brace led to his passing on July 15th at just 22 years old. More than 30,000 people attended his funeral to honor and say farewell to him. Are you inspired by Robert's resilience? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread his message of hope. Mark Davidson. Hasildo, a Filipino boy from Manila, was born with a rare condition called macrodactyly, causing his hands to be nearly 10 times larger than normal. Growing up, Mark faced curious stares and nicknames like Hulk, but he chose to bravely adapt rather than hide. Mark learned to use his enormous hands skillfully, cooking, building, helping his wife July with housework, and caring for his daughter. Today, he is a devoted husband, a wonderful father, and a digital content creator in Manila. Mark shares his story, transforming a glance into inspiration. Don't let appearance or judgment define your worth. Be brave enough to live fully, adapt, and spread love. Difference isn't a disability. The real disability is prejudice. Resilience and kindness will help you shine like Mark, inspiring others to live authentically and positively. Katia Page, known as the Lipedema Queen from East Orange, passed away in 2019 after living for many years with severe lipedema combined with lymphedema. Her symptoms first appeared when she was just 7 years old, but it was not until 2006 that she finally received an accurate diagnosis after years of being mistaken for simply having weight gain issues. Despite facing many challenges, Katia lived with remarkable energy and continued pursuing the activities she loved, including dancing, participating in beauty pageants, swimming, traveling, weight training, and building a life with her fiancé, Kevin. In 2016, Katia appeared on TLC and founded the Lipedema Queen community to support teenage girls and raise awareness about treatment options for the condition. Although her mother had also passed away from the same health condition, Katia continued to inspire countless people with her positive spirit, helping break down stigma and encouraging early diagnosis and awareness. Sridhar Chilal from Pune, born in 1937, is the Guinness World Records holder for the longest fingernails on a single hand. In 1952, at the age of 14, after accidentally breaking a fingernail and being scolded by a teacher, he decided never to cut the nails on his left hand again and continued growing them for an incredible 66 years. In 2014, the total length of Sridhar Chilal's fingernails reached an astonishing 909.6 centimeters, over 9 meters, with the thumbnail alone measuring 197.8 centimeters, officially verified in Pune. He grew the nails only on his left hand. This extraordinary journey also came with many challenges, including fragile nails, difficulty sleeping, and limited movement in everyday life. Even so, Sridhar became widely recognized and remained proud of his unusual decision. In 2018, at the age of 81, he finally cut his nails in New York City and later sold them to Ripley's Believe It or Not for public display. After cutting them, he shared that he felt a tremendous sense of relief. Are you inspired by Sridhar's resilience and spirit? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread hope. Bishine, also known as Myra Hills, is a German model born in 1983 who became widely known for having what is believed to be one of the largest bust sizes in the world. Starting from an A-cup size, she underwent multiple cosmetic procedures to increase her bust size to around 10,000 cubic centimeters on each side, with a combined weight of over 9 kilograms and a reported bra size of 32Z XXX. Her measurements of 59, 28, 36 helped attract worldwide attention and contributed to her international fame. Bishine's life comes with many unique challenges, from needing specially designed clothing to dealing with inconveniences in everyday activities. Despite this, she has always maintained a confident attitude and believes that everyone has the right to pursue the style and appearance they personally enjoy. Bishine frequently shares her lifestyle and personal images on social media, where she connects with fans and spreads messages about self-confidence and embracing individuality in her own unique way. She strongly supports personal choice and encourages women to embrace and love themselves. Through her journey, Bishine hopes to share a message of courage. Pursue beauty in your own way and stay true to who you are. Do not let judgment or social stereotypes take away your happiness and confidence. Self-love and self-confidence are what truly allow people to shine, no matter how different they may be. Everyone deserves to feel happy and comfortable with the version of themselves they choose to become. Sidney de Carvalho Mesquita, also known by the nickname Tio Chico, is a Brazilian man who holds the Guinness World Records title for the farthest eye protrusion in a male, measured at 18.2 millimeters. He first discovered his unusual ability at the age of 9 while making funny faces in front of a mirror and realizing that his eyes could protrude much farther than those of other children his age. In 2022 in Sao Paulo, Sidney de Carvalho Mesquita's unusual ability was officially confirmed when his eyes were measured protruding approximately 18.2 millimeters from their sockets, a feat recognized in the 2023 edition of Guinness World Records. Tio Chico sees this ability as a special gift that brings excitement and joy to his life. He often uses it for entertainment, making funny expressions that leave people laughing and amazed. Rather than viewing it as something strange, Tio Chico embraces it as a unique characteristic that helps him stand out and spread happiness to those around him. From his journey, Tio Chico teaches, embrace the unique aspects of yourself, transforming them into strength and joy. Is this a miraculous evolution? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories. Roberto Esquivel Cabrera from Saltillo attracted major attention online in 2015 because of the unusual size of his lower body anatomy, which was initially reported to be close to 48 centimeters. However, later CT scan results indicated that the actual size was around 18 centimeters, while the remaining portion consisted largely of stretched skin tissue that had developed over many years since his teenage years. This condition caused Roberto many daily challenges, including difficulties with mobility and finding suitable clothing. He also faced various health-related issues that affected his ability to work normally. Living alone, Roberto has received disability support from the Mexican government since 2017. Although he has faced loneliness and unusual attention from society, Roberto Esquivel Cabrera has shared that he feels comfortable with his body and views his difference as something uniquely his own that no one else possesses. Roberto also chose to decline surgery because he wanted to continue living life in the way he personally preferred. Over the years, he has openly shared his story with the media in hopes of creating new opportunities and encouraging a more understanding and positive perspective toward human differences and individuality. Self-acceptance is a form of strength. Always consult a medical professional before making any changes to your body, and don't let the desire for fame compromise your health. Value and seek support from both family and society. Everyone has their own worth. Live authentically, stay resilient, and spread positive energy, as a reminder that happiness comes from loving yourself. Don't let prejudice stop you from recognizing and affirming your own value. Mahogany Jeter, a young woman from Tennessee, was born with lymphedema, a condition that caused her left leg to become severely swollen and weigh around 45 kilograms. The condition is caused by a buildup of lymphatic fluid, which led her leg to grow abnormally large from an early age. When she was younger, Mahogany Jeter often felt like an outsider. She avoided looking in mirrors, faced teasing from others, and gradually lost confidence in herself. For many years, she tried to hide her leg and lived a very private life. However, as she grew older, Mahogany made the decision to embrace and appreciate her body more fully, learning to accept herself with greater confidence and self-love. Today, Mahogany Jeter works as a model and content creator, frequently sharing messages on Instagram about body confidence and positivity. She has stated that she does not plan to have her leg removed and firmly believes that being different has its own kind of beauty. From her journey, Mahogany teaches, embrace the differences in your body and turn them into strength. Were you inspired by Mahogany's journey of love and resilience? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to spread this meaningful message. Mandy Sellers, born in 1975 in Lancashire, has lived with a rare genetic mutation that caused her legs to grow abnormally large in certain areas. From early childhood, her legs were noticeably different in size, and at their heaviest, they reportedly weighed more than 100 kilograms. Mandy was initially diagnosed with Proteus syndrome, but doctors later discovered that the true cause was a mutation in the PIK3CA gene, making her the first recorded person identified with this specific condition. In 2010, A severe infection complication led Mandy Sellers to undergo an above-the-knee amputation of her left leg in order to protect her health. However, the remaining leg continued to grow, creating ongoing mobility difficulties and requiring her to use a prosthetic leg for support. Mandy has faced chronic pain, multiple health challenges, and unwanted attention from society throughout her life. Despite these obstacles, she has remained remarkably resilient and appeared in the documentary Losing One of My Giant Legs to share her life journey with the public. In recent years, Mandy has also experimented with a repurposed medication designed to help control abnormal tissue overgrowth, with the goal of improving her quality of life. Through her own life journey, Mandy Sellers hopes to share an important message. Even when living with physical differences, inner strength and self-acceptance can help people overcome immense challenges. She encourages others not to let health conditions stop them from living life to the fullest. Mandy also believes that advances in medicine continue to bring hope for the future, and that every person carries a unique strength within themselves that can inspire others in meaningful ways. Wesley Warren Jr., born in 1963 in the United States, lived with lymphedema beginning in 2008 after suffering an injury. The condition caused a significant enlargement in part of his body, creating severe difficulties with mobility, dressing, and everyday activities. Wesley eventually lost his job, became increasingly isolated, and went through many periods of emotional and psychological stress. In 2013, following a fundraising campaign to support his treatment, Dr. Joel Gelman performed a free 13-hour surgery for Wesley Warren Jr. to remove the excessive tissue growth and carry out skin graft procedures to aid recovery. The operation was successful, helping Wesley regain mobility and gradually return to everyday life. Wesley Warren Jr.'s story was featured in a documentary, helping raise awareness about this rare medical condition. Although Wesley passed away in 2014 due to complications related to diabetes, his journey of perseverance and resilience continues to inspire many people around the world. Do not be afraid to share your struggles and seek help. Communities and medical professionals can make a life-changing difference. Facing challenges with strength and helping spread awareness about rare conditions can also reduce stigma and encourage greater understanding in society. Everyone deserves the chance to live life fully, and sometimes the courage to speak openly about personal hardships can bring hope and support to many others facing similar situations. Lisa Brown, a former model from Wisconsin, went through an incredibly inspiring life journey marked by resilience in the face of adversity. Once known for her balanced and healthy figure, Lisa's life suddenly took a dramatic turn when she began losing weight rapidly and severely, despite making no changes to her diet or exercise routine. From being a healthy woman, her weight declined uncontrollably, altering her appearance so drastically that strangers often misunderstood her situation and made hurtful comments, assuming she was engaging in extreme dieting. After years of searching for answers, in 2013, doctors diagnosed Lisa Brown with superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMA syndrome, an extremely rare medical condition that compresses parts of the digestive system and prevents the body from properly absorbing nutrients. Despite facing severe physical limitations and relying on medical support devices, Lisa never allowed adversity to destroy her optimism. Instead of hiding from public attention and judgment, she courageously stepped into the spotlight, proudly participating in artistic photo projects and actively speaking with the media to raise awareness about the condition. Beyond that, Lisa Brown also launched a deeply meaningful initiative by personally designing and sending heartfelt cards filled with encouragement to patients facing similar struggles around the world. Although Lisa peacefully passed away in early 2017 at the age of 34, the legacy of love and compassion she left behind continues to shine brightly. Her story not only spreads a powerful message of courage and resilience, but also inspires countless people who are bravely fighting through health challenges to hold on to hope, dignity, and inner strength. Alicia Young, born in 1984 in Utah, is widely known by the nickname the world's strongest mom. Despite standing at only around 1.60 meters tall, she developed arms measuring over 17.7 inches in circumference and thighs exceeding 28 inches, becoming a striking example of extraordinary muscular strength and a physique rarely seen in humans. Growing up in a sports-oriented family with a father who was a former bodybuilder, Alicia Young began seriously training in the gym at the age of 15 alongside him. Her strong genetics, combined with intense workouts and disciplined nutrition, helped her develop an exceptionally muscular physique. In 2014, she won the NPC USA Championships, and later achieved another major victory at the IFBB Wings of Strength Chicago Pro in 2019. Despite her impressive success on the competition stage, Alicia Young has always considered being the mother of her daughter Olivia to be the greatest achievement of her life. She once shared, "The biggest responsibility in my life is being a good mother." Becoming a parent gave her the motivation to create a balance between her passion for elite bodybuilding and the love and responsibilities of family life. True strength is not defined by massive muscles or medals, but by the perseverance to pursue your dreams, the love you give your family, and the ability to live a balanced life. Whether you are born with extraordinary potential or have to work harder to achieve your goals, continue improving yourself every day. Put your family first and inspire others with positivity. Alicia Young proves that the strongest mother is the one who lifts her children up through love, resilience, and the example she sets through her unwavering spirit. Elise Sasso was born in St. Thomas and currently lives in Atlanta. She inherited lipolymphedema from her mother, a condition that causes abnormal enlargement of the legs due to the buildup of fatty tissue and persistent swelling that does not significantly improve through diet or exercise. Her symptoms first appeared during her teenage years and became more noticeable after pregnancy. For many years, Elise tried to hide her legs and went through multiple incorrect diagnoses before finally receiving an accurate diagnosis in 2010. Elise Sasso later founded the organization Beauty is the Beast to raise awareness about lipedema and lymphedema, support others facing similar conditions, and openly share her story on the program Born Different. Today, she lives with greater confidence and embraces life with a far more positive outlook each day. Elise hopes to spread the message that true strength comes from self-acceptance and resilience in the face of challenges. She encourages people not to judge others solely by appearance because physical differences can sometimes be linked to serious medical conditions. Finding the correct diagnosis, overcoming social stigma, and living with faith and family support can help individuals become stronger throughout their personal journey. Jackie Korn, nicknamed She-Hulk, is a Dutch athlete who was once a professional kickboxer and maintained a lean 70-kilogram physique for more than a decade. However, in 2020, when the COVID pandemic forced her to stop competing, Jackie decided to completely transform her lifestyle. She gave up strict dieting, switched to powerlifting, and allowed her body to grow naturally through a high-calorie diet and intense, heavy weight training. Within just a few years, she reached 159 kilograms with biceps measuring over 60 centimeters, numbers that amazed people around the world and showcased the extraordinary potential of human strength. Growing up in a sports-oriented family with 6 siblings on a farm, Jackie was physically strong from a very young age, participating in judo, soccer, and swimming. She later became the owner of a security company and constantly sought to push the limits of her own potential. Jackie developed a curvy muscle style, combining massive muscular strength with naturally feminine curves. Despite facing negative judgment and being called overweight or abnormal by some people, she has remained resilient, proving her good health through medical evaluations while spreading a strong body positivity message on social media. Jackie encourages others to embrace their uniqueness and confidently accept the version of themselves that makes them happiest. From Jackie Korn, a profound educational lesson. True strength lies not in standard body size or perfect looks, but in self-acceptance and daring to live life on your own terms. Whether you were born with strong genetic potential or had to work extra hard, pursue your passions and break societal stereotypes about beauty and health. Jackie teaches us to take control of our bodies, not let judgment hold us back, and believe that strength comes from uniqueness, resilience, and a never-give-up spirit. Live fully, confidently, and inspire others with your most authentic journey. Arlindo de Souza, widely known by the nickname Brazilian Popeye, became famous around the world for his unusually massive arms, which were once reported to measure nearly 74 centimeters in circumference. Born in Olinda, he was passionate about bodybuilding and always dreamed of achieving an impressive muscular physique. During the 2000s, Arlindo gained major attention on television and social media because of his striking appearance, becoming a familiar figure among fans of extreme bodybuilding and muscular physiques. Although he became famous because of his unusual appearance, Arlindo de Souza later realized the importance of protecting one's health and began encouraging young people not to follow extreme methods. He shared that true strength is not measured only by muscle size, but also by knowledge, natural training, and the ability to take care of one's body responsibly. Arlindo also urged people to prioritize long-term health instead of focusing solely on appearance or physical size. From Arlindo de Souza's story, many people have taken away an important lesson. Never allow the desire to change your appearance to overshadow your health and personal safety. Whether your physique comes from natural potential or years of hard work, goals should always be pursued with awareness and with long-term well-being placed first. Arlindo hopes to remind others that true beauty comes from balance, self-respect, and learning to listen to your body. He encourages people to live positively, train safely, and inspire others through a healthy lifestyle. His journey also serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of knowledge, responsibility, and making wise choices while exploring personal growth and self-improvement. Sarwan Singh, a Canadian Sikh from Surrey, British Columbia, holds the Guinness World Record for the longest beard in the world, measuring 2.54 meters, 8 feet 3 inches, as confirmed in 2022. He has held this record since 2008 and has broken his own record several times. As the chief priest at Guru Nanak Sikh Temple, Sarwan Singh considers his long beard not a personal achievement, but a gift from God, a symbol of the Sikh faith, where not cutting one's hair and beard, kesh, is one of the 5 sacred precepts. He started growing his beard at age 17 and maintains it with a strict daily routine. Shampooing, rinsing, drying, brushing, applying oil and gel. Although initially hesitant to participate in the record, Sarwan Singh agreed to spread the message of the Sikh faith, a faith that demands patience, humility, and dedication over many years. He shared that his long beard is a testament to his unwavering perseverance combined with a deep faith in God. Patience and faith are the keys to achieving extraordinary things. Persevere each day with dedication and humility, just as he cared for his long beard, not to show off, but to honor his faith. True achievement comes from inner strength, gratitude, and connection to sacred values. Live with faith, patience, and spread love, for every small action can create miracles. His story inspires us with the power of perseverance and faith in everyday life. Dharmendra Pratap Singh is the tallest living man in India, standing at approximately 2.46 meters according to the Limca Book of Records. Born in 1983 in Uttar Pradesh, his extraordinary height made him widely known, but also brought many challenges to his daily life, including difficulties with work, relationships, and mobility. To earn a living, Dharmendra often takes photos with people in Delhi, Mumbai, and at festivals. He has also struggled with severe hip pain and underwent hip replacement surgery using a custom-designed device specially made to fit his body. Nevertheless, Dharmendra Pratap Singh never gave up. Holding a master's degree in literature, he joined the Samajwadi Party in 2022 and became actively involved in politics. His extraordinary height not only brought him public attention, but also gave him a platform to advocate for better employment opportunities for people with disabilities. Dharmendra has turned his differences into a source of inspiration, using his voice to serve the community and spread positive values. Persevere through adversity and turn your differences into a source of positive strength. A person's true value does not lie in appearance or height, but in resilience, compassion, and the contributions they make to society. Learn to accept yourself, continue growing, and spread positive inspiration just like Dharmendra Pratap Singh. You too can find meaning in your life and become a powerful source of motivation for those around you. Muhammad Kaleem, born in 2007 in the village of Chas, became widely known as the boy with the world's largest hands. Kaleem lives with a rare condition called macrodactyly, which caused his hands to grow abnormally large, reaching a length of around 33 centimeters. Because of this condition, everyday activities such as eating, getting dressed, and tying shoelaces became extremely difficult for him. Kaleem's family struggled financially, with his father working temporary labor jobs to support the household. At first, his parents believed this was simply the fate their son had been given. However, due to superstition and misunderstanding within the village, Kaleem was often avoided by others, subjected to negative comments, and even denied proper opportunities to attend school. As a result, he became withdrawn and frequently struggled with feelings of loneliness. Between 2014 and 2015, with support from the international community and Dr. S. Raja Sabapathy at Ganga Hospital, Mohammed Kaleem underwent surgery to reduce the size of his hands. The procedures helped remove excessive tissue, slow the abnormal growth, and preserve the functionality of his hands. After treatment and dedicated rehabilitation therapy, Kaleem's life improved significantly. He was able to perform daily activities more easily, return to school, and look forward to a brighter future. No matter how rare or difficult life's challenges may be, always stay strong, trust in the possibilities of modern medicine, and lean on the love and support of family. Never judge or criticize others based only on appearance, because every person carries a unique story and a value that deserves understanding and respect. And those were 12 of the most extraordinary people with unbelievably oversized body features that we've explored today. Which story shocked you the most? Leave a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue discovering even more incredible mysteries together. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Do you believe the line between reality and science fiction can sometimes be just a single breath apart? We often talk about the power of human determination and the wonders of biology. But are you ready to face a man who spent 22 years carving through a mountain with his bare hands? Or a master who claims to generate heat near the boiling point using only his own hands? These are not urban legends or movie special effects. These are real journeys, real people made of flesh and blood, whose stories have left scientists and millions around the world completely stunned. Today, we're diving into 15 extraordinary lives, where every story feels like a bizarre piece of reality itself. From the man who spent thousands of dollars to fulfill his dream of living like a collie dog, to a football player who suddenly spoke fluent French after waking from a coma, to Guinness World Records so strange they'll make you ask, why would anyone do this? All of these shocking and inspiring true stories are waiting for you right now. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because this journey into the impossible starts right now. Have you ever imagined filing a lawsuit just to legally make yourself 20 years younger on your birth certificate? That's exactly what Emil Ratelband, a Dutch motivational speaker and media personality, attempted. Although born in 1949, he has always carried a vibrant, youthful energy. And in 2018, his name made global headlines when he launched a legal battle that challenged conventional boundaries. With a bold argument, Emil requested the court to change his birth year from 1949 to 1969. He firmly believed that his official age did not reflect his youthful spirit and strong physical condition. Hoping to expand career opportunities and improve his chances in finding love, he argued that if society allows people to change their names or gender, then individuals should also have the right to determine their legal age. Although a Dutch court ultimately rejected his request, stating that age is closely tied to essential civil rights and responsibilities, his story sparked massive media attention. This unusual journey ignited global discussions about personal freedom and age-related stereotypes, while also reflecting a powerful human desire to take control of life and hold on to youth with pride. What do you think about Emil's story and the ideas of personal freedom and age-related stereotypes? Leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe to join the discussion and explore more thought-provoking and inspiring stories like this. When many people believed Sergio's life had nearly come to an end at just 2 years old, The young boy instead began a journey that would change the way millions of people see life itself. A devastating garage fire left Sergio with burns covering around 70% of his body and placed him in critical condition. Doctors even prepared the family for the worst possible outcome, but a miracle happened when Sergio fought his way back to life. Behind that miracle was the image of his father, Marcelo, rushing into the flames to save his son despite the danger. That moment not only saved Sergio's life, but also began a powerful story of survival, where the strength of family love became greater than fear itself. Sergio's childhood was unlike that of most children. Instead of playgrounds and carefree days, he grew up surrounded by hospitals, skin graft procedures, and more than 150 surgeries over many years. He lost one of his eyes after the accident, yet the most remarkable thing is that he never lost hope. Every time Sergio entered an operating room, he refused to see it as a tragedy. He saw it as another chance for his body to become a little stronger. That powerful mindset transformed his journey into a symbol of resilience and determination. Sergio never wanted to be remembered as a victim, but as someone who learned how to rise again more times than life tried to knock him down. What has inspired millions of people about Sergio is not just the fact that he survived, but the way he transformed his scars into motivation for others. On social media, Sergio does not hide his appearance. Instead, he shows himself with confidence, using humor and positive energy to educate people about life as a severe burn survivor. Rather than allowing negative comments to destroy his self-confidence, he chooses to face them with calmness and strength. Sergio understands that a person's true value is not defined by a perfect appearance, but by the ability to keep moving forward after life's greatest hardships. And it is that mindset that makes his story far more powerful than any outward beauty ever could. Today, Sergio is not only a survivor of a devastating accident, but also a symbol of resilience, renewal, and the refusal to give up on life. His journey reminds people that true strength is not always about avoiding hardship, but about learning how to live courageously after everything has changed forever. From a little boy whose chances of survival were once doubted, Sergio has grown into an inspiration for millions of people around the world. His story shows that scars are not necessarily an ending. Sometimes they become the strongest proof that a person fought, survived, and continued to shine in ways no one could have imagined. Dashrath Manji was born in 1934 in the village of Galaur, Bihar, a poor rural region completely isolated by dangerous rocky mountains. This separation forced villagers to travel nearly 70 kilometers just to reach basic medical services and local markets. In the middle of these harsh conditions, Dashrath Manji, an uneducated laborer with no wealth or outside support, made a decision that would change history forever. Refusing to let geography determine the fate and survival of his people, he spent decades carving a path through a massive mountain entirely by himself. With unwavering determination and extraordinary perseverance, he succeeded in carving a vital road through the mountain, dramatically reducing the distance between his village and the outside world. His incredible journey became a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit, proving that personal determination can overcome even the greatest natural obstacles. Dashrath Manji did not simply leave behind a physical road. He left future generations a timeless lesson about resilience, sacrifice, and the unstoppable power of perseverance. Toko, widely known as the human collie dog, is a Japanese man who spent around 2 million yen, approximately 14,000 US dollars, to own an ultra-realistic collie dog costume custom-made by Zepeto, a company well known in Japan for creating movie props and detailed models. The costume reportedly took around 40 days to complete, weighs about 4 kilograms, and was designed with extraordinary realism and attention to detail. From a young age, Toko dreamed of becoming an animal. In fact, in his graduation yearbook, he reportedly wrote that his greatest wish was to live like a dog. Today, he has turned that dream into reality by mimicking canine behaviors such as walking on all fours, playing fetch, rolling around, and going on walks, surprising and fascinating audiences around the world. Toko shares his unusual journey on a YouTube channel called I Wanna Be an Animal, where he has attracted tens of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. In one viral video, he even appeared interacting playfully with another person wearing a husky dog costume, introducing them as his best friend. However, this unique lifestyle has also come with many challenges and difficulties. Some professional dog trainers have commented that Toko's movements and actions, such as jumping, do not appear entirely natural, and that living on all fours also creates significant physical challenges. Even so, Toko says that the joy and excitement he experiences far outweigh any inconvenience. Expanding on his passion, he later founded Toko Zoo in Saitama Prefecture, a unique experience where people can rent life-sized dog costumes featuring moving tails and realistic motion mechanisms, costing around 49,000 yen per session to experience what it feels like to live as an animal. Do you think Toko's passion is unique or simply unbelievable? Leave a comment with your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe to the channel for more strange but true stories. In a peaceful village called Teresia in Kakamega, western Kenya, one man has become the center of worldwide attention. David Zakayo Kalukana, often referred to as the King Solomon of Kenya, is a 63-year-old man with an extraordinarily large family consisting of 15 wives and 107 children, all living together in a massive shared compound. He explained that his journey toward building such a large family began in 1987, when he married his first wife. Over the years, he continued marrying more women, believing that his intelligence and way of thinking were too great for only one woman to support and manage. He often compared himself to King Solomon from the Bible, claiming that his ideas were like a heavy and complex burden of knowledge that no single person could carry alone. Despite having such an enormous family, his lifestyle has remained far from luxurious. He farms on a small piece of land measuring about half an acre, growing corn and sugarcane while also taking on simple jobs such as building fences and caring for gardens to support his family. He insists that all of his children who are old enough attend school, while his wives work together to cook, clean, and care for the children in a cooperative and peaceful environment. One of his wives once shared that jealousy was difficult to avoid at first, but gradually faded as they adapted to their unusual way of life. When asked about the future, David confidently stated that he would be willing to marry again if he still had the ability to provide for his family. However, his story has also sparked many different opinions. Some people believe the responsibility is far too overwhelming, while others see him as an example of the polygamous traditions that still exist in certain parts of Africa. With more than 100 children, multiple generations of grandchildren, and a household larger than many small communities, the story of David Zakayo Kalukana continues to attract worldwide attention. leaving many people questioning the true limits of one man's role as a father. Meet Ma Hui from China, the man who turned his unusual ability into an astonishing world record by continuously spraying water from his mouth for 5 minutes and 51 seconds on an international stage. To achieve this incredible feat, he held up to 4.5 liters of water in his mouth without swallowing, then used extraordinary breath control and precise body coordination to create a non-stop stream of water. This achievement not only shattered the previous 56-second record, but also demonstrated remarkable endurance, technique, and the extraordinary potential of human training. In the heart of the vast desert, a world-class achievement was brought to life, a colossal work of art carved directly into the sand. On January 29, 2022, the Abu Dhabi Sports Aviation Club officially made history by unveiling the world's largest sand painting, covering an incredible 23,267.57 square meters, larger than 3 football fields combined. This masterpiece was far more than just an image in the sand. It carried a powerful message of unity, heritage, and leadership. The artwork featured portraits of UAE founding father Sheikh Zayed, along with key national leaders such as Sheikh Khalifa and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. Created directly on the desert surface, the massive installation became both an artistic marvel and a deeply symbolic tribute. The visionary behind this extraordinary project was Nathaniel Alapid, a Filipino sand sculptor renowned for creating large-scale beach artworks. Together with his team, he used more than 150 truckloads of different types of sand and spent 30 days completing the enormous creation. Despite strong winds and the harsh desert environment, they remained determined to turn the impossible into reality. Today, this record-breaking masterpiece stands not only as a work of art, but also as a symbol of vision, patience, and national pride, proving that even desert sand can become a canvas for telling powerful stories. Imagine being the father of more than 100 children and dozens of grandchildren, all living under the same roof. Today, we are exploring the unbelievable story of Musa Hasahya Kasera, a man whose enormous family has shocked people around the world. He lives in the remote Bugisa region of Bududa district in eastern Uganda. According to multiple reports, Musa has married 12 wives and fathered 102 children. He has also claimed to have around 578 grandchildren, although some sources list the number closer to 568. As his family continued to grow, the burden of responsibility and care increased dramatically. Musa admitted that life had become far from simple and had turned into a serious daily challenge. He married his first wife in the early 1970s. Some records state that in 1972, at around 17 years old, he began working as a cattle trader and meat seller, and his status within the community eventually led to multiple marriages. Musa explained that within traditional beliefs, having many wives and children was seen as a way to expand and preserve the strength of a family lineage. Despite the massive size of the household, everyday life has been filled with difficulties. Musa lives on only about 2 acres of land and has struggled to provide for such a large number of dependents. He openly admitted that he cannot remember all of his children's names, and at one point, 2 of his wives reportedly left because of the overwhelming living conditions. Eventually, Musa announced that he would stop having more children because he could no longer guarantee a stable life for everyone. The story of Musa Hasahya Kasera raises major questions about responsibility, resources, and the limits of maintaining such an enormous family in the modern world. Donald Gorski, a man from Fond du Lac, earned his place in world record history through a truly unusual culinary passion. Beginning in 1972, he chose the Big Mac as his favorite food and maintained the habit of eating it nearly every day for more than 5 decades. With more than 35,000 burgers consumed, he officially holds the world record for the most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime. What makes his story so fascinating is his incredible consistency and genuine love for a single food item. Despite maintaining such a unique eating routine, he has remained mindful of his health by staying active and taking regular daily walks. Donald's journey is not simply about setting a food-related record, but also about dedication and loyalty to one of life's simplest personal pleasures. His appearances in the media have offered a light-hearted and entertaining perspective on pursuing personal passions. His life story shows that happiness can sometimes come from consistently embracing the things you truly enjoy, creating pure joy, and leaving behind a uniquely memorable legacy. Do you think dedicating decades to a personal passion like Donald did is admirable or simply unbelievable? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more unique and surprising true stories. Zhou Tingju is a renowned master in the fields of Qigong, Tai Chi, and Chinese Kung Fu, widely recognized for abilities that many consider beyond ordinary understanding. He has often been praised as a national treasure of China, and has appeared on well-known television programs such as Ripley's Believe It or Not, That's Incredible, and Stan Lee's Superhumans, where his skills were observed and explored over many years. Born in mainland China in 1934, Zhou began studying martial arts and traditional Chinese medicine at the age of 7 under the guidance of his uncle, a Taoist monk. He later continued his training at Wudang Mountain, famous for its Taoist martial arts traditions, and became skilled in multiple disciplines, including Qigong and Naung. Over time, he developed his own martial arts system known as Tiannu, or Heaven and Earth Qigong. One of his most remarkable claimed abilities is generating intense heat from his hands, with temperatures said to come close to the boiling point of water. This phenomenon has reportedly been observed using thermal imaging technology and is often linked to his ability to control qi, the life energy of the body in traditional Chinese practice. He has applied this energy in supportive healing methods that followers believe may help with chronic injuries and certain health conditions that can be challenging to manage through conventional medicine. Master Zhou's reputation in healing practices attracted the attention of many well-known individuals and major organizations, including the Dalai Lama, members of the Los Angeles Lakers, Olympic athletes, celebrities, and public figures. His public demonstrations, such as standing on a thin sheet of paper without tearing it, drew thousands of spectators around the world, strengthening his image as a living legend. In 2018, his life and philosophy were explored in the documentary Master, which followed his journey back to China with his granddaughter and offered a deeper look into his path of training and cultural influence. Zhou Tingwei's life is often seen as a reflection of human potential when ancient knowledge is combined with a modern perspective, inspiring others with ideas of growth, discipline, and healing that transcend cultural boundaries. Kishan Valaya Ayula, a 47-year-old performer from Telangana, India, is a professional sword swallower. After 16 years of training, he pushed human limits by swallowing 22 swords at the same time. This extraordinary achievement earned him a Guinness World Record in 2011 and stands as a clear example of unwavering dedication and discipline. Viewers should note that this is an extremely dangerous performance carried out by a trained professional and should never be attempted under any circumstances due to the serious risk of injury or loss of life. Imagine waking up from a coma and suddenly being able to speak fluent French, even though you had never seriously studied the language before. That is the unbelievable story of Rory Curtis, a former English football player whose life changed completely after a severe traffic accident. In 2012, at just 25 years old, Rory was full of ambition and training to become a professional athlete. However, during a rainy afternoon, he was involved in a 6-car collision on the M42 motorway. The crash left him with multiple serious injuries and significant brain trauma, forcing doctors to place him in a medically induced coma for treatment. After 6 days, Rory woke up, but something truly unusual began to happen. He was suddenly able to speak French fluently, even though he had only learned the basics in high school. His family and medical team were completely astonished. In the early stages after waking, Rory even believed he was a Hollywood actor before gradually reconnecting with reality and feeling confused by his own reflection. Doctors suggested that the brain injury may have temporarily reactivated dormant language memory pathways, unlocking an unexpected ability with a foreign language. This phenomenon is considered an extremely rare condition related to the brain's language processing functions. Although Rory's ability to speak fluent French gradually faded over time, the experience completely changed the way he viewed life. After recovering, he chose to leave behind his dream of professional football and instead became a barber, embracing a quieter and more grounded life after surviving such a life-altering event. Rory Curtis's story remains one of the most extraordinary cases of its kind, showing that severe brain trauma can sometimes produce astonishing and unexpected effects within the human mind. Valdir Salgado was a man from Brazil who attracted major international attention for his pursuit of an extremely muscular physique inspired by superhero characters. Starting out as a naturally slim young man, Valdir turned to bodybuilding in hopes of transforming his appearance and boosting his confidence. However, rather than relying solely on conventional training, he chose a controversial path by using artificial muscle-enhancing substances to rapidly increase the size of his arms, chest, and back. This decision gave him an enormous physique and earned him widespread recognition on social media, where he became known as the Brazilian Hulk. Despite repeated warnings and concerns from medical professionals about the potential health risks, Valdir continued pursuing this lifestyle, driven by personal passion and the public attention he received. Although he became a widely recognized internet figure, his journey came to a sad end when he passed away in 2022 at the age of 55. Valdir Salgado's life leaves behind a thought-provoking story about the limits of body transformation, while also serving as an important reminder about prioritizing physical health and medical safety when pursuing any appearance-related goals. Do you think appearance is worth risking your health for? Leave a comment with your thoughts, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking true stories. Tyler Parker quickly became a high school sports phenomenon in the United States thanks to his extraordinary size and natural football talent. At just 14 years old, he already stood 1.85 meters tall and weighed 133 kilograms, a remarkably rare physique for someone his age. But beyond his imposing build, Tyler proved himself to be an exceptional athlete, combining extraordinary strength, impressive speed, and surprising agility on the field. His rise was not built on natural advantages alone, but also on intense discipline and countless hours of relentless training. Tyler's image quickly spread across the internet, earning him attention and interest from top college football programs. Despite the massive public spotlight, he remained humble, balancing academics with his commitment to improving his athletic skills. Tyler's story is a powerful source of inspiration, showing that when natural talent is combined with hard work and persistence, a young person can break through limitations and move closer to reaching the highest levels of professional success. Paul Oldfield, better known by his stage name Methane, is a man from the United Kingdom who gained global attention for holding one of the strangest records ever documented. He became internationally known for his unusual ability to intentionally control and perform flatulence-based sound effects, a skill that many may view as humorous, but one that reportedly requires significant muscle control and years of practice. Unlike ordinary natural bodily reactions, Methane demonstrated precise control over specific muscle groups, allowing him to create different rhythms and sound effects. This rare talent led to appearances on international television programs and live performance stages, where he presented his ability as a unique form of entertainment, rather than simply for shock value. His achievement was also officially recognized by Guinness World Records, making him one of the first people to hold a record in this unusual performance category. Although the nature of the record sparked debate, the achievement was reportedly verified under controlled conditions with medical supervision. Beyond the attention-grabbing headlines, Methane's story presents an unusual perspective on human capability, showing that even the most unconventional skills can receive recognition when documented and presented transparently and responsibly. His record remains one of the most talked about and controversial entries in Guinness history, proving that human uniqueness has no clearly defined limits. Bijay Shahi is a man from Nepal who attracted international attention after claiming to possess an extraordinary intellectual ability, the power to read and memorize the entire contents of a book in under 10 seconds. This astonishing claim quickly made him famous across social media and local media outlets, earning him the nickname the Memory King. According to Bijay Shahi, his method involves ultra-fast visual scanning combined with memory association techniques, allowing him to recall pages, paragraphs, and details almost instantly. Public demonstrations appeared to show him flipping through books at incredible speed before answering questions related to the content. However, alongside the public fascination, these claims also sparked significant debate. Some memory experts questioned whether his abilities had ever been tested under proper scientific standards. To date, his claimed skill has not been officially recognized by Guinness World Records, and no independent scientific study has fully verified the claims under controlled conditions. Even so, Bijay Shahi's story reflects humanity's deep curiosity about the limits of memory and the human mind. Whether viewed as an extraordinary cognitive phenomenon or an unverified claim, his case continues to raise fascinating questions about the true capabilities of the brain, while highlighting the importance of evidence and scientific verification. Tridante Bias, also known as Trey Noob, was born without arms and with only one leg. But that has never stopped him from living life with confidence and positivity. At 28 years old, Trey has become a well-known social media personality thanks to his humor, inspiring energy, and powerful story of overcoming challenges. Living in Houston, Texas, he travels frequently to speak at events and encourage people around the world to embrace confidence, self-love, and resilience through his uplifting message. After being single for 3 years, Trey decided to try his very first blind date experience. Although excited, he also wondered whether his date might recognize him before they even met. With fans from countries like Italy, Australia, and many other parts of the world, Trey admitted there was a real chance his online fame could make him recognizable. Still, what matters most to him is not the attention, but finding someone who genuinely understands, respects, and accepts him for who he truly is and the unique lifestyle he lives. Trey's journey is not only about dating or social media fame, but also a powerful reminder that confidence and a positive mindset can help people overcome many obstacles in life. He does not want to be seen through pity, but through his personality, humor, and strong passion for living life to the fullest. Whether the blind date becomes the start of a meaningful relationship or not, Trey continues to inspire countless people through his optimism and the fearless way he embraces every day. And those were 15 of the most unbelievable true human stories ever recorded. Cases that continue to challenge everything we thought we understood about the human body and mind. Which story amazed you the most? And which one was the hardest to believe? Let us know in the comments below. If today's video left you shocked, curious, or completely speechless, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more incredible true stories that sound impossible.